Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and push this up. You see how that thing came off? And then probably you can pull this up, but it's not coming due to this contact, this glass contact. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna push this thing back up. And then so it's still not coming. Not really sure what's going on here, but it's still not coming out, and it's kind of pissing me off now. So what are we going to do? So, as noted before, in order to take this out, because of that notch on the rear end, you gotta, from this side, I'm gonna show you this angle. So, you know, from this side, you gotta push the glass on the inside of the door, alright? So I'm gonna push that little bit. There is this little wiggle thing. I'm not really sure how this is gonna go, but we will prevail soon. Okay. First thing first, let me go ahead and get this down. We forgot to take the clip off. Alright, so I'm gonna pop the thing off. Obviously there must be an easier way to do it. I don't know how to. Okay, just gonna be honest. I really don't know how to. I'm gonna pop this thing out. Never ever install this. You know, just make sure you install this. The last thing you ever have to do on the part. That's leather strips. These are not easy to come off, apparently. I mean, that's a sign of a good quality stuff, you know. In order to install this or reinstall this, you might have to take the rubber off, right? So, this rubber right here, try to take this rubber off. Once you take the rubber off, you know, this whole thing slides way down. See that? All the way down, so that you can take this strip off without damaging your window. One last, and off we go. Come on. Okay. Alright, now that we took this thing off, what are we going to do? this is what I wanted to show you. Once you raise the glass, it's not possible. You take the shit off, you know, it's just not possible. So, what did we learn? That, you know, you don't want to take the glass off the track, because there is literally no way you can take the glass back on or on the top. So, do not take it off the channel, okay? Just telling you right now. So, we have this, and we have that. See? So this little thing right here on the door right here, that prevents it to come out easily. Once you're there, you can slide this motherfucker thing out and about. In order to get this out, you have to take the screws on the top as we did earlier. Now, I'm going to put this on the side. And we are going to see what's inside and how things are set. Right? That's obviously always the goal of it. So, what do we have here? We took the screws off those things, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once they're out, you need to push from that other side like this. You see this right there? Like, tilt this, and then tilt it. Apparently, that thing is stuck between this and then, okay, so there are gaps between these things, right? So what you want to do is tilt it this way, you know, the outside way, so it's gonna come out of the slots. Once it does, you have to wiggle it and then tilt it. No, that is not right. So let's see how we can solve this issue, because obviously you can't really do it. I'm not really sure how they took this off, but I guess we'll have to take this off, this big ass nut with the washer inbuilt. Now, I don't know how they're gonna take this off while the door's intact, but I'm gonna do this. See, so the shorter part points towards the inside of the car and the longer part points outside. Same thing with this right here at the bottom, right? You gotta pinpoint that thing in. So this acts as a barrier between, you know, one of these where it stays like that, and then you nut it off. Now, once this is on, it's pretty straightforward. Tilt it, and the quarter window, fully intact, is out. This is the original Ford stuff. So I'm gonna save this and probably sell it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is look at it, how each and other components the locking system is present. Now what you're looking at is 1, 2, 3, possibly back here more. We are going to take each and every one of them slowly, little by little, so you can see, you know, what's going on. This is where the door locking starts, right? There is this little thing, the plastic or metal thing that we had, remember, ordered. The rod goes in here, comes above this things, whatever those things are called, and then pretty much retains to a clip here. Now this rod directly clips to one of this locking mechanism that we have, right? And we'll go over that in a minute. And then what other rods pretty much, you know. What I want to do is trying to figure out how the hell is this thing here. Okay, I'm gonna take this thing off. There's a screw back there. So first and foremost, we're gonna remove this handle. Now there is a screw right here. We'll try to take it off. It's a long ass screw. Oh. Now, obviously, so one of the screws holds the front of the door handle, and then the secondary screw, which you can see down here, right inside. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a secondary screw where you can only reach from inside of the door. Now, what we are going to do is figure out what does it take. You know. It's one of these things that you'll have to do to gain it. Alright. Now we start to gauge it. I'm gonna obviously tell you what kind of nut is it folded with, but this is exactly what you're supposed to do. Since I will have some visibility, you know, okay, so it says 10 millimeter, okay? This is what that shit is all about. I'm gonna get a stubby. You probably require like a short-handed stuff. So I do have a little stubby, and I'm going to use that to take it out. Now, I just did this so I can gauge the appropriate nut on this back, and I'll show you how to do it from here, so you don't feel like, you know, it's cheating. Okay, so we got the handle loose all the way. Now, let me see the inside of it. Well, it's pretty hard to see the inside of it, to be honest with you. So what I would suggest, so this is the inside of it, you know, this. I'm gonna put the cameras inside. Now you're gonna see this, that when you press the button, this thing goes up. So the first thing you want to do is basically take this thing off, right? And how do you take this thing off? You probably put your smaller, where did that thing go? Mother, where is my flathead? Okay, so I am guessing the way to take it off is the way to take it off is basically pull this off, right? And then take this well, it's not coming off easily, so I am trying to figure this out. I want to put the camera out and figure this out, how to actually take it out. Obviously we are trying to do it so that you don't have to cut up, you know, and then I put my gloves on. So, go there. Now I do see there is a ring. We're gonna find out how this thing's fucking work today. How you're gonna take this off, install a new one. So, what I'm gonna do is okay, so I did find out how to take this thing off, okay? What I'm gonna need is put this camera back on. So I'm gonna put this over here. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure that it shows, you know. Well, let me go ahead and do this from here, okay? It's very hard to get the shots, you know. So this is the best I can do. This is the inner shot of the door. So what are you gonna do is you go inside, and then you see this little thing right there. Go inside, and then you're gonna pop this motherfucking thing out, and there you go. It's out. Obviously, kind of rugged, right? That's the long one. And the long one, right, there are two short, one short, and then this is a long one, right? So the long one goes right in where the lock thing is. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna tilt this, right, and then let's see if I can take this fucking thing. So you gotta have to push this in, and then tilt it, and then this is out. So that's how the lock gets fucking out. And when you press it, this is what it does. It pulls it up, right? So it pulls this thing up to unlock it. And this little rod is for our lock key. And that goes at the bottom. You know, that goes in the bottom hole. There's only two holes on the front end of it where the thing goes, right? And so now what we're gonna do is gonna go take this channel off. We're gonna have one screw, and then they're gonna have another screw, and the screw back behind this channel. This channel must be taken out in order to have access to all this properly. That's what we're gonna do this. I'm gonna take this thing off. Okay. What my goal here is to make sure that we fix everything back up. Okay, that is the goal. We take this door, the whole door apart, and we put everything back on. Now I remember it was a long thing right here. Okay, so I found the screws and everything for that thing. Screws and nuts for the handle. Okay, I'm gonna keep this on the side for now. I'm gonna take my light out. And right here. Okay. Now the screws for these are intact. You're gonna have to access the screws for the channel from here, okay? So we got one right here, and the one from this particular hole. So I am guessing it's the same. Majority of the time you're gonna use 13 millimeter. Yep, it's right. So you're gonna require a 13 millimeter socket. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're not going to have all this room, you know. We're definitely not going to have all this room with the glass inside. So the first and foremost thing to do is, you know, take the glass out. What am I doing? Okay, other way around. Mother. Hold this thing from inside, take it out. So the way you take it out is basically bend it inside and then, you know, take it out from the inside of the thing. Now this doesn't